Hallo und herzlich willkommen zu einer neuen Serie von daddelt. Heute mal mit etwas ganz Besonderem, über das ich andersrum. Via Rocket Beans bin ich darauf aufmerksam geworden. Aviary Attorney. Spiel, das mich direkt an die gute alte Phoenix Wright Serie erinnert hat. Ace Attorney, wer kennt es nicht? Nur diesmal mit Vögeln und alten Zeichnungen. Es ist, ja, schaut es euch einfach an. Das Ding ist der Hammer. Wir starten auch einfach mal direkt. January 1st, 1848. The Chateau Crinière of Baron Rohrgeil. Is that Monsieur Greenway? Mon Dieu! Dame Cataline, what have you done? Act 1. A cat with claws. Das ist Sparrowson. Quasi Watson. So, jetzt muss ich ein bisschen an mein Voice-Acting denken. Schauen wir mal, ob ich jeden wirklich mit einer extra Stimme bedenken kann. It's midday already. Where on earth is that featherhead? Well, look who finally decided to get up. Haven't you heard what they say about the early bird falcon? Oh, too early for worms. Pass the Cabernet Sauvignon. There'll be time for that later. We've got some business to handle first. Business? A letter arrived while you were sleeping. I haven't opened it yet. It's probably just more junk mail. Go ahead, Sparrowson. You may have the honors. All right. Dear Monsieur Falcon, I am writing to you today because my daughter, Dame Cataline, has been arrested for a crime she did not commit. She is being held at La Conciergerie Prison on the charge of murder, no less. Her trial is in 3 days' time. I would be greatly in your debt if you would offer her your legal aid. Yours sincerely, Seigneur Portois de Mouillot of the Demio Estate. Well, this is quite something. I know, the first serious client in months. Not just that. The Demio Estate is well known for its exuberant wealth. Even if we cannot do much for Dame Cataline, his lordship would still reward us handsomely for of our efforts. Wow! So I suppose you intend on defending Dame Cataline in court? Natürlich machen wir das. Of course. It would be foolish to let such a good opportunity slip through our feathers. Grab your coat, Sparrowson. We're going to find our kitty client at La Conciergerie. Excellent. My derrière was getting tired from all this sitting around. Oh, ich muss aufpassen mit der tiefen Stimme. Mein derrière, mein Hintern. Oh, but I better file away. Seigneur Demur's letter first. One moment, Falcon. Portois' letter has been added to your evidence folder. Aha. Ta-ta. Portois' letter. Seigneur Portois Demur has requested legal aid for his daughter Cataline. She is being held at the conciergerie. You may access the evidence folder at any time by clicking the suitcase symbol. Das haben wir schon gemacht. Oh, nearly forgot my wallet. I wouldn't want to lose that. Again? I recall you losing it at a New Year's party and at Christmas. Yes, alright. No need to make a list. Falcon has picked up his wallet. 20 francs. You may see how much money he is carrying at any time by clicking on the wallet symbol. 24. Let's make a move. Bam! Ooh. Welcome to the map screen. From here you can travel to any listed area by clicking on a location name or location node. January 3rd, Monday. Areas marked with a clock symbol take a whole day to visit. Areas with no symbol can be visited freely. La Conciergerie, AA office. A sign on the door reads the Aviary Attorney offices. No case is too big or small. No junk mail. For centuries, the infamous Conciergerie prison has detained the accused and the condemned alike. So, hier oben ist noch hier Pause-Menü, Zoom Options, ja. Aber ich würde doch sagen, gehen wir in die Conciergerie. Wir haben ja nichts weiter zu tun. Paris, l'amour. Falke and Sparrowson step in the stone-cold foyer of the Conciergerie prison. Sullen-faced guards and visitors linger beneath the medieval archways. The Conciergerie. They say this is the finest prison in whole of France. The outer walls are impenetrable, the cells are spotless, the guards are well-mannered. What do you want? Good day, monsieur. I am here to see Dame Cataline Demieux. I am due to represent her in court. Oh, you're a liar, huh? Fine, follow me. Well, what are you waiting for? Keep up! Cataline, eine Katze. Natürlich, was auch sonst. My papa hasn't forgotten about me, has he? Dame Cataline Demieux, I presume? You've arrived! The fantastic lawyer, Monsieur Falke and his petit assistant, Sparrowson. Lady is knowledgeable. Don't talk like that, Sparrowson. Sorry. My papa told me that he would only hire the best lawyers in town. I'm flattered. But they weren't available at such short notice, so he hired the first people in the address dictionary. Oh. You see, Falcon? I told you listing under Aviary Attorney would pay off. Let's get down to business. Dame Cataline, could you fill us in on some details? Your father's letter was a little brief. I can do my best. What is it you wanted to know? Fangen wir mal oben an, ne? What exactly happened on the night of the murder? Oh, let me think. It was Friday evening. Me and my papa had arrived at Chateau Crinière, the home of great Baron Roguile. My papa spent all evening talking with Monsieur Greenouille and the Baron about business stuff. Business stuff? Well, the three of them own a railway company together. So all through dinner they were talking about company shares and investments, but I didn't really understand most of it. But after dinner, this man with a camera took a photograph. That was a lot more fun. Sorry, man with a what took your what? Camera. It's a very new gadget. A tiny bug sits in a box with a tiny paintbrush and paints your picture very fast. In 10 minutes, poof, you have a perfect picture. Wow, technology is amazing. I don't think the lady's explanation is right, Sparrowson. Phew, let me believe. Still, the camera sounds like a very special device. I'll make a note of it. Camera has been added to your evidence folder. Photographer named Robizio attended the banquet.
Please continue, Dame Katalin.
So after we had the photograph, I went into the gardens to get some air, and that's when I found the body of Monsieur Greenwee. He was all ripped open. A housemaid saw me standing over the froggy monsieur and called for help, and then the police arrived. Before I could say anything, I ended up here. It was such a blur.
It must have been terrifying.
It wasn't so bad. My papa taught me how to be a brave cat. Was there something else you wanted to ask, Monsieur Falke?
Who was there that evening? Jo, das interessiert mich.
Dame Katalin,
Who attended the banquet that evening?
Well, there was me and my papa. My dearest mama couldn't make it. And there was Baron Rogal, who hosted the dinner, and his housemaid, Colleen, I think she was called. Of course, there was Monsieur Greenwee, well, until, he died. And there was Monsieur Robizio de Robinho, the man with the camera, but he was only there for a little while. I think that was all. Was there anything else you wanted to ask? Did you see anything suspicious?
Dame Katalin, did you see anything suspicious that evening?
Suspicious? Like,
Maybe a guy lurking in the shadows, or a bloody murder weapon.
Monsieur Falcon, I do believe you're looking for an easy answer.
You got me.
I did not see anything, I'm afraid. The evening was very normal. The food was delicious. The conversation was boring. It was all very ordinary until the incident.
I see. Wait, Falcon, you missed something of huge importance. I did?
Dame Katalin, you said the food was delicious. But you didn't say what food it was.
You and your damn stomach.
Let me see. We had poached red herring to start, garnished with garlic butter.
Und wenn ich es richtig mitbekommen habe, ist Red Herring ein falscher Hinweis oder sowas.
Go on.
Then a marbled steak, served perfect, bloody rare.
Glorious. Falcon, write this down. What? This can't possibly be relevant to the case.
Write it all down, please, for me.
Fine.
Red herring has been added. Yep, bloody rare steak.
Sparrowson, remind me not to let you talk to clients on an empty stomach.
Come to think of it, I did find it a little strange that we weren't given any cutlery.
No cutlery? Even for the steak?
Nope. You would think that the great Baron of Chateau Grenier would have gorgeous silverware, but there was none to be seen.
That is a little peculiar.
Was there anything else you wanted to know, Monsieur Falcon?
No, I think that will be all.
So what's the plan now, Falcon?
The way I see it, we have two tasks. We should head to Chateau Grenier and try to see the scene of the murder for ourselves. And we should try to track down the supposed photographer, Monsieur Robizio de Robinho. 2 days before two tasks. Seems doable. But we should head back and get some rest first. We have a lot of work ahead of us.
Wait, Monsieur Falcon, before you go. You do believe my story, don't you?
I believe you.
Of course, Dame Katalin. It's our duty as lawyers.
And as gentlemen.
To have faith in your testimony. You can trust us.
Thank you. Thank you both.
Ching. Dame Cataline, Monsieur Greenway, Baron Rogal. These names are all getting a bit confusing, aren't they?
Not particularly. Well, it is for me. I'm going to start compiling a Facebook so that I can keep track of who everyone is.
A what?
A Facebook. It's a collection of people's names, pictures, and descriptions in one easy-to-carry catalog.
I think I understand. The name could use a little work, though.
Sparrowson has started compiling a Facebook. You can access a list of people you have met at any time by clicking the book symbol.
Oh, Aviary Attorney himself, J.J. Falcon.
Sparrowson Falcon's suave and courageous lackey. What a handsome fella. Pourtois de Mieux, the wealthy father of Dame Cataline. Pourtois hired us to defend Dame Cataline in court. Quark, an ill-mannered jailkeeper, seems to feel disgust for criminals and for animals in general. Cataline de Mieux, the elegant bourgeois daughter of Seigneur Pourtois de Mieux. She has been accused of murdering Monsieur Greenway. Greenway, the froggy businessman who was found murdered at Chateau Grenier, a colleague of Pourtois and Rogal. Da kommen ja noch ganz schön viele. Gut.
Let's make a move.
A new day. The game saves automatically at the start of each new day. But you can also make a quick save at any time by selecting Save and Quit from the pause menu. You can access the pause menu by clicking on the cog symbol in the upper left corner. Also, das haben wir ja schon. So, wo gehen wir denn hin? Hier ist der Home of Robizio de Rubinho, Up and Coming Photographer. Oops. Chateau Grenier. Baron Rogal resides at Chateau Grenier. Oops. An impressive manor house with an immaculate... Oh. Jetzt muss ich Schluck aufhaben. Das ist ja großartig. With an immaculate garden. Wo sind wir denn? Gehen wir erstmal zum Fotografen, würde ich sagen, ne? Oder?
So, this is the studio of the famous photographer. Shall we knock?
Wait, there's a note on the door. The magnificent and marvelous artist Monsieur Robizio de Rubinho is currently out on an artistic expedition. He shall return when his muse sees fit.
When his muse sees fit? What does that even mean?
I think it means that he is pretentious bird brain, but in any case, the artist seems to be out. What shall we do now? Should knock anyway.
We should knock anyway.
Alright, I don't see the harm. Nope. Doesn't look like he's in, Falke. Warum nicht?
We should break in. What? Are you serious? Maybe.
Monsieur J.J. Falcon, I would have thought that a man of justice like yourself would be against such reckless displays of unlawful barbarism.
You're right. I'm sorry, I don't know what came over.
It's a brilliant suggestion. Stand back. I'm barking the door down.
Wait, just like that? Should we discuss this first? What in bird Jesus' name was that? You said you wanted to break in. I thought we could find an open window. I didn't think you would turn into a bird-sized cannonball. Well, now we are here, we ought to make the most of it. This place is quite something. It's very... swanky? I was going to say ostentatious. That's just swanky talk for swanky. We don't have time for this. The sound of a door being smashed in could be drawing unwanted attention. We should find anything that may help our case and get out.
In investigation mode, you are free to examine the scenery of the room. Click on an item of interest and Falke will examine it in closer detail. When you have had enough, or when you find nothing else to examine, click on the X in the top right corner. Select an area to examine. Ah, alles klar, I see. Bilder. Fangen wir doch mal ganz normal von links bis rechts an, ne? Hier war nichts weiter.
I see a bourgeois tigress in profile.
Ah, jetzt kann ich es nicht mehr anwählen. Das ist ja großartig.
I see paints, inks and dyes. I'm not quite sure what that clear liquid in the bottle is.
I could taste test it.
You could, but we don't have time for a hospital visit right now, so let's not. I see a finely dressed dandy fellow upon a horse. A beautiful picture of the Paris skyline. Given the angle, this must have been taken from Notre Dame Cathedral itself.
Okay.
This appears to be a photograph of a ladder, symbolic of climbing towards success, perhaps?
It looks more like a stepladder to me.
Oh no, we're not getting into that old argument. This is a photograph of a castle somewhere in the countryside.
You know, I once had an uncle who once fell off a castle rampart while on guard duty.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Did he die?
No, he's got demoted.
Terrible. A butterfly, or maybe a moth. It's difficult to tell in black and white. A chandelier.
Oh, chandelier. We should get one of those for the office.
I don't have the money for that sort of luxury.
So, there's no us.
A lighthouse? No, wait. It's a man in a top hat. Actually, if I squint and turn my head sideways, it's a black smudge falcon.
Just nix. Don't know what.
This is a picture of a fence.
It's a fancy photograph. It leaves the viewer defenseless. Out of all pictures here, I would pick it as my favorite. Okay, I'm done. No more fence puns.
This is a tiny photograph of what appears to be a jail cell.
That reminds me, how illegal is this, breaking and entering, rifling through a person's belongings? It's cool, we're lawyers. A little illegal.
Well, it's illegal, yes, but we're trying to solve a murder case, so it's forgivable.
Oh, so you're saying that small act of evil is justifiable if it results in a greater good?
Don't put my words in my beak.
So, weiter gucken. So.
A picture of a sailing ship on a windy day.
Hey Falcon, look!
What? It's just an easel.
No, look at what's on the easel. Ha!
Oh wow, this must be a copy of the photograph from the evening of the murder.
Was ist das denn? Giraffe? Ah.
There's no question about it. I see a housemaid. I'm Catalin, and I think that's Seigneur Bourgeois, Catalin's father.
So what shall we do? Do we just take this? We should take it.
We've come this far. We may as well borrow it.
Studio photographs been added. Is there anything else we need to do here?
I don't think so. Nein, ich glaube, wir haben alles, ne? I think we're done snooping. Let's get out of here before we draw further attention to ourselves.
Sounds good to me.
Oh, mon Dieu, what happened to my door?
Na gut. Well, Monsieur Robinho, it's like this. You see, we are attorneys who have been hired for the purpose of... Raven! A raven did it! We saw the whole thing! What are you doing, Sparrowson? I've got this. I'm not going to jail because your conscience is acting up. Nobody's going to jail. Just take it easy.
Damn ravens, they're always after shiny objects, am I right?
Yeah, that's right. Let's make a move. Trial day is approaching fast. Right, let's go.
A raven. A raven.
So, Studio de Rubinho, da waren wir. Okay. Ja, Chateau de Grenier. Falcon and Spatz enter the courtyard outside Chateau Grenier. People with dirty clothes and gaunt faces linger around the building's shadows.
Excusez-moi, monsieur. I don't mean to be a pain, but my little girl and I are sick and starving, see? I don't suppose you'd have to have some spare change?
You have 24 in your. What will you do? Sind wir großzügig? Na, geben wir mal ein. Oh, ich weiß es nicht. Wir sind großzügig.
Here you go. Stay safe, madame.
Oh, wow. Bless you, monsieur. Bless you.
That was pretty generous of you, Falcon.
Times are rough. Making sure mother and child can make it through the last of winter is the least I can do. But what am I doing standing here moralizing? Come on, Sparrowson. We've got business to attend to.
Falcon and Spatz step into the pristine wood-paneled foyer of Chateau Grenier.
Whoa, look at this place. Orogyle must be loaded.
More than loaded. When it comes to lucrative investments, the Baron is a legend. Factories, chocolate shops, hotels, railroads, the Baron owns a little bit of everything this side of the Seine.
Is he right here now?
Yes, he is the smug-looking chap with the impressive mane. But we must approach a man of his stature with tact and finesse. Hey, Baron, we'd like a word.
How's that?
Sparrowson, you have the finesse of an inbred warthog.
You can thank me later. I think I got his attention.
Did I hear my name? Great Baron Orogyle, property owner extraordinaire at your service.
Was ein Dandelion.
And who might you fellows be? More investigators?
No, we're attorneys. Not quite. I'm a private attorney, J.J. Falcon, and this is my associate, Spatz.
Lawyers, eh? We know you aren't the first to have passed through here today.
Oh?
Yes. This jumpy, twitchy fellow came by this morning, asked a bunch of questions, and then hopped away before he heard the answers. Most curious.
Do you know who he was, Spatz?
Perhaps. I have a hunch. We will seeing him at the trial.
A friend of yours?
Something like that. So, what may I do for you, monsieur?
We're doing some research on Monsieur Greenway, the frog who was killed here on Friday evening.
Of course. Such a tragedy. He was a good friend and a loyal business partner. I suppose you, monsieur, will be wanting to see the crime scene for yourself.
Actually, yes, that would be fantastic.
Well, be my guest. You'll find the gun where the murder occurred through the back doors. You may also be interested in the lounge on the second floor, third door to the right. That would be where we gathered for group photograph prior to the unfortunate incident. Oh, can we see the finished photograph? I'm afraid not. It is to my understanding that a photograph must be developed before it can be viewed. It's a slow process. My own copy of the photograph is to be delivered in 3 days' time. That's no good to us. The trial may be over by then.
Nonetheless, we appreciate your hospitality. Thank you, Baron.
It's no trouble at all. I'll be here to see you out when you're done with your investigations. So, where shall we go first? Gehen wir in den Garten, wo der Mord passiert ist.
Dame Kathleen said that she found Monsieur Greenway on the stairs by the fountain, so this must be the very spot where the murder took place.
Hey Falcon, do the crime scene investigation thing.
Crime scene investigation thing?
Yeah, you know, that thing where you get all the eagle-eyed and analyze every object in excruciating detail.
You mean search for evidence?
Yeah, do that.
That's not a bad suggestion.
It would be the first time the Parisian police have missed something right under their noses. So, wo kann ich gucken? Den Brunnen, und da die Treppe.
Dried blood on the staircase. This must be where Monsieur Greenway died.
Do you see any bloody footprints? Ooh, maybe a name scrawled in blood written by the frog's last breath?
Wishful thinking. All I'm seeing here is a big sticky puddle. There's nothing to indicate that the body was moved or the frog left a last-minute clue. All I can make out from the bloody mess is that Monsieur Greenway was attacked and killed on the staircase.
Finely crafted horse statue. The mane almost looks lifelike. Would you say it behooves you to stroke it?
No, I would not.
Another beautiful made horse statue. You know, my uncle once had a horse that refused to eat hay.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yep. Eventually we realized that it was just filling up on hors d'oeuvre.
Terrible.
A horse statue. This one has a goofy face. That reminds me of a joke. A horse walks into a bar and the barkeep says,
"Why the long face?" Yes, we've all heard that one.
What? No,
The barkeeper says, "You've got to stop coming here. You're drinking us under the stable." I think it's time to rein in the horse jokes. Baron Rawgile certainly likes his horse statues. I don't mind the horse statues, but the little cherub people creep me out. Babies should be waddling, not attempting saddleless horseback riding. So, dann noch den Spring.
This fountain is finely crafted. It's solid carved marble. That can't have been cheap. I see nothing but water in the bottom of the lower basin.
It's a shame we can see inside the upper basin from here. That would be a perfect place to quickly stash a murder weapon.
That's actually not a terrible line of reasoning. We ought to wade in to take a closer look, just to be sure.
Yeah, I suppose we should.
Oh, I apologize. I wasn't being direct enough. What I meant to say was, Sparrowson, go wade into the fountain and take a closer look inside the upper basin.
Me? No way! If you want to go wading, do it yourself.
I'm a respectable lawyer. Can't expect me to roll up my trousers and paddle around a fountain like a duck in a lake.
Yeah, well, you don't pay me enough to justify getting my sweet threads wet. Look, there's only one reasonable way to settle this. We'll flip over it.
Flip for it?
Yep, I'll flip this 1 frog coin. You call the outcome, get it wrong, and you go for a swim. So, what it'll be? Heads or tails? Napoleon face or plant squiggles? Kopf.
Put it all on heads. Don't let me down, old emperor.
Here I go. It's tails. Roll up your pantaloons, Falcon. You're going for a swim.
Nah, fine. Hold my shoes.
Falcon really should learn how to spot a rigged coin flip. I almost feel bad for cheating. Almost. Oh, you back? Had a good swim?
No, I'm a bird, not a fish. But I did find a mystery item in the upper basin. It's no murder weapon, though.
What is this? It's brown and sticky and it smells weird. Don't tell me that you picked up a
very wet cigar butt, possibly belonging to Baron Rawgile. Correct. But that shouldn't be too surprising. It's his house after all.
I'll stash it in the evidence folder just in case. Is there anything else we need to do here? Nein, das sieht komplett aus. Gut.
I think we're done here.
Good call. But are you sure you don't want to take another dip? We still have time.
Don't push your luck.
The room to investigate. Ja, gehen wir doch in die Lounge. Der Kopf abgeschnitten von der Giraffe, herrlich.
Second floor. This door on the right. This must be the room where the photograph was taken.
Shh. Hey, Falcon, did you see that?
See what?
That housemaid totally just did something shifty.
Shifty?
I think she just pocketed something from that drawer. You should totally call her out on it.
Excuse me, mademoiselle.
Yes. Are you two policemen?
No, we're private attorneys. My name's J.J. Falcon.
And I'm Sparrowson. Oh, how rude of me. My name is Colleen Duho. So, what can I help you, messieurs, with today?
We're investigating the murder that took place last week. Do you mind if we ask you a couple of questions?
That's fine. Just let me grab a chair.
That's better. What was it that you wanted to ask?
Yeah. We're looking for the room where the photograph was taken prior to the incident. Would you happen to know whether this is the right room?
Oh, yes, you're in the right place. I saw the photography session for myself. Let's see. The camera was standing just about where you're standing, actually, Monsieur Falke. And where was the camera pointed? Right at the clock above the mantelpiece. The Baron insisted on using that very location.
Now that I'm looking at it, something isn't right about that clock.
I know, the painting on it totally clashes with the decor.
I was thinking along more obvious lines. The clock has no hands.
Oh, that clock has never had hands in all the years I've worked here. I think Baron Orgeil just keeps it around as a conversation piece. Well, we're conversing about it, so I guess it's working.
It's a peculiar detail, though. I'll make a note of it.
Normalerweise würde doch, also wenn es nicht sogar bei Phoenix Wright genau so ein Detail gab, dass die Uhr auf dem Foto sich angezeigt.
Is there something else you wanted to ask? Is there something we should know?
You were a little nervous when you came in. You thought we were police officers. Is there something wrong we ought to know? Anything you need to confess?
No, I suppose I'm just a little nervous after all the drama last week.
Pressure her. Are you sure there isn't anything that you're hiding?
It's okay to tell us. We're defense attorneys. That means we help people get away with criminal acts.
Right, and... Wait, what? No, that's not our accurate job description, Sparrowson.
It isn't? Oh, what do we do then?
I'll tell you later.
Honestly, monsieur, I've nothing to hide. Was there something else you wanted to ask?
Kann ich das benutzen? Nein.
So, no further questions. Thank you, mademoiselle. You've been a huge help.
It's no problem, monsieur. Actually, there is something. I know you two saw me stealing as you came in. I appreciate that you didn't give me the third degree about it. You see, I'm trying to save up to follow my dreams and, well, never mind. I'm rambling.
It's no problem, mademoiselle. To be honest, we have a much larger crime to worry about. Although I should probably ask, I don't suppose you've been stealing anything else? Silverware, perhaps?
You know about that? Yeah, I suppose that was me. It started with a couple of teaspoons. I didn't think the Baron would miss those. But, well, yeah, I suppose the habit got a little away from me.
That's one mystery solved, at least.
Using silverware. I would appreciate if you didn't tell the Baron. He's been really kind and I would hate to break his trust.
I see.
So, where to next, Big Bird?
Ja, Main Hall.
Did you, monsieur, have a good look around? I trust everything was in order.
We had a good look, thank you, Baron. But we actually have some questions for you.
Please ask away. I have nothing to hide.
About your housemaid. We met your housemaid. Colleen Duhou. She's a gorgeous young lady, isn't she?
Da sind wir mal nett.
Yes, she was more than willing to help us with our investigation.
I'm glad to hear it. Did you two want to ask something else?
What happened? Oh, Argyle, I would like to ask about your activities on the night of the murder.
Oh, am I in trouble?
Not at all. No, nothing like that. We are just gathering the full picture.
I see. Well, let me think. The guests arrived at 5 o'clock and we all sat down for dinner in this very hall at 6. That part went magnificently. The photographer arrived at 7 o'clock, but it wasn't until 7:30 that we had our picture taken. My housemate discovered the crime scene soon after that.
I see.
Is there something else I can help you, messieurs, with?
I think that will be all, Baron. Thank you very much for your time.
It was a pleasure. Have a delightful day, messieurs. Did you get all the information you needed, Falcon?
I hope so.
Don't worry. If everything goes wrong in the trial, we could always just, wing it!
Terrible. Just terrible. Let's head back to the office and get some rest.
A new day. Palais de Justice. Ja, an dieser Stelle machen wir Pause. Und wir sehen uns in der nächsten Folge von Daddelt, Aviary Attorney. Macht's gut.